Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're over on the new 300 account. I wanted to give you guys an update and talk about why I really like the early game of AFK Arena. Because for instance, I've been using Salaki, the new Mauler, who's basically, I have not found a use for him in the end game, but in the early game, he's actually really cool and really fun to use. And we'll go through that. We've got I think we've got about 60 faction scrolls to use too. I've got 58 of them that we're going to go for the Graveborn. Now, just a quick update. We just ticked over into, okay, we're 3 minutes away from day 3 login. You can see that we're only into chapter 11. We got a bit stalled because I pulled a dupe of Damon about 3 hours ago, which allowed me to progress. Besides that, we'd been stuck. I hadn't even been using Damon in my team. The team that I had been using was primarily Salaki with Anasta and Thesku, then along with, often it was Rowan and Odin. So I hadn't even been using the Damon, but the big thing for Damon, and why I was lucky that we pulled that copy because it came at the right time, when we unlock this level 2, which gives him the self-sustain. So until he gets to 121, he really struggles for heals, and if you don't have a really good Silas or something like that for healing, you kind of struggle. But like I said, I am still using that Salaki in my team. Ignore this. This was me experimenting with things on a stuck stage. But the really cool thing that I wanted to touch on with him, and this is where it's kind of sad that a lot of characters don't get a chance to shine in the end game, just to the nature of the way meta has shifted towards you need invincibilities, you need HP scaling damage, that sort of thing. I mean, healing is coming back a little bit with the overpoweredness of Awakened Solace. We got Navanthi now. We got a star. We got some really solid Wilder support that's kind of bringing back a little bit with the amount of mitigation and stuff. But basically, there's a few things. This one here, first of all, mitigates some of the damage. It does make it come back over time, but it's honestly pretty solid. But it's this one here, very similar to what you get with a star, why she's so powerful. I would love to have him and a star in the same team, get massive damage mitigation, but this one is 30% less damage for the first 5 seconds, which is very helpful. Yes, it does make you deal less damage, but overall, it's not too bad to get your ramp up happening, because by the time you're going to go into your burst phase using ultimates and stuff, you don't have your damage dealt reduced anymore in general. And then we also have this shield, which he's going to terrify an enemy. Negates it's like his amount of health, also terrifies the enemy who attacks. So he's got some extra CC. So honestly, in the early game, he's fantastic because he has damage mitigation. He has more damage mitigation in a way. And then he's got the extra CC plus more damage mitigation in the form of the shield. And then this one giving the additional lifesteal, I find it really, really solid because you're going to be able to just basically heal back a bunch of that damage. Like I said, he's actually fantastic for early game. But let's jump into some summons and then see if we can do a little bit of a push. But I just want to highlight that because if you don't play early game, you don't even get to appreciate what these characters do because their effects don't work at high deficits and stuff like that. But these type of effects work really, really well in the early game, which I just thoroughly enjoy. So let's go over here. We are going to go Graveborn. Honestly, my Wilder luck has been horrid. Literally, we got a Namora from a stone and we got 2 Lycas. No Mishkas, no Stars, no Navanthis, nothing. So kind of rip. No Rakus, nothing there. Luckily, like I said, we did get the Damon dupe. We are up to 3 copies of the Odin as well, which is pretty nice. Maulers has been where all of my summons have basically turned to. Don't ask me why, it just is what it is. And then Lightbearers obviously got the Morrow and Rowan, which have been kind of handy. He's pretty average. We got you from a stone. We got the Rain and the Estrelda, and then we've also got the 1 Scarlet. So I was tempted. I was really tempted to go Wilders just to get some of those characters, but I think if we can go Graveborn and get at least 1 copy of Damon, then we can use the chest that we get from progression with the select hero chest, which is going to be this one here, that we get after chapter 12 to get our 4th copy of Damon and then just beef him up. So that's why I'm hoping we can get some luck in these ones for the Graveborn. Has my 3 minutes passed? Yes, it has. Let's take that as well. Okay, perfect. I've been doing my normal summons as I go, just trying to, fill it out as much as I could. Like I said, I was really struggling. I didn't have a legendary hero or anything. So, wow, that sucked. I think I think the next pull is my pity on the normals. But let's go here. Let's jump in. Let's see if we can get even a Silas. I'd be wrapped with a Silas. Okay, we've got a Grizzle. Did I have Grizzle on my wish list this early? I forgot. Did I have? I did. I mean, eventually that's what we're going to look to. Do I want Grizzle out for something? I kind of want to put a Fane in there again. No, I think getting the Grizzle copies over the long run is going to be a better play. All right, let's go. We got at least one. We got at least one more in us. Please be a Silas or a Damon, and I'll be happy. Please be a Silas or a Damon. Perfect. Really happy with that. He's probably going to replace that Salaki now that I've talked about it, but maybe we can run both of them and just go for a heavy sustain type play. You know, I am going to do these singles because it is on factions. Wait, how far away are we? Oh, yes. Oh, no. No, we're going to be one summon off. We're going to be one summon off. I don't think I've done my dailies. I could do my dailies, or I could just do... Yeah, we're just going to do 1 300 gem summon. I think that's the safest way to go about this. Yep, we're doing it. Screw it. It would have been good if we got a purple off that. Let's go. Graveborn. Please be a Damon. Honestly, Pharrell, happy with that. Happy with my first copy of Pharrell. That really does build out my roster now. Like I said, I do really need that Damon copy though. I desperately need one more so that we can get him into Mythic for the carry factor. We did pull a Rook as well, which wasn't too bad. I haven't been able to use him too much yet. But now if we look at our Graveborn roster, we're pretty well set up because now we do have that CC core. We've got the Nara, we've got the Pharrell, we've got the Odin, and we do have the heals available as well. So pretty happy with that. We'll get more Shamira copies that the game just gives you that we can feed away for fodder. And we should be pretty solid from there. Now, what else is it telling me to do? I've done the Bountiful Trials and I've done my shop refreshes. Don't give me the red dots for that, please. Okay. All right, so I think the first thing we need to do is jump into the Resonating Crystal. Who do I drop? I'm thinking maybe I drop Morrow. Yeah, let's just do this. I'm not using him as much anymore. And let's go ahead and put our Silas in there, and that should help us out a fair bit. So if I go here and I just equip some gear to you, let's just see how this goes. So I was stuck on this stage. This might give me enough sustain to where I can survive. Like I said, I might have to drop Salaki because I still like Thesku here for the CC. But let's try this. You know what? I'm thinking more like this. Let's see how this goes. Okay, the portal's going the other way now. Okay, we're getting clapped. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on that. Because the portal went opposite that time. So that's not the way the portal had normally been going for me. So let's see. I might have to put the Brutus back in actually. Anasta's not tanky enough, even though she is at 120. So let's put the Brutus in there. See if that offers us a little bit more survivability. Honestly, is the Nara even doing anything? Let's just get rid of. Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. I feel like this has a play. Okay, so now we teleport the other way, dude. That K-Source is just like melting the entire team, like absolutely melting it. I honestly don't even know what's going on there. Wait, if we get this orb, we could solo this. If that orb keeps healing us, we're close. We're close. No, we don't have enough energy. That was like, and so this is the Silas thing. He puts the orb out, and then Damon can just like keep shielding, and then just getting those orbs. We don't have an orb, unfortunately. So let's actually swap this up. Because if we can somehow protect him behind there, we might have a chance. We do have an orb floating. It's pretty low on health though. Damn. Okay, we managed to get it. We actually had to drop the Silas, put the Salaki back in. We also brought the Nara in there just to stop that K-Source. But like I said, Salaki for that damage mitigation at this stage of the game, really solid. And like Thesku's another amazing character in these early stages. Like that damage compared to a Damon is pretty decent considering Damon's legendary 131 and he's only level 100. Plus he provides a bunch of CC, which Damon has none of. Like Thesku in the early game is like top 2 tiers in my opinion. He's an absolute savage, brings so much control, and the game's that bit slower, so he's allowed to work. But I was pretty happy with that. Let's take a look. Like I said, that K-Source was just becoming an issue. He also got feared from the shield that what's his face? I've just been saying his name. Let me read it down the bottom. Salaki. I always forget his name. But in the end, that was pretty solid. Like Salaki, even surviving that, I don't know. I think we might have charmed the Muriel as she did her ult, so it didn't actually deal damage. That's the only thing I can think of why we didn't die to it. But hey, pretty solid. Let's go on to the next. Let's see how we go. Something like this. Once again, Salaki, really good against something like Savius to like just let you ramp up a little bit. So in this type of situation, I feel like this type of team is going to be pretty solid, depending on who we charm. So we charm the shotgun dude, so we didn't really need the Nara in there anyway. So we can definitely change that up. So we can swap the Nara and the Thescu. I did put the Thescu up the top, thinking that we get the extra CC on the what's his face on the Savius. But I think Nara just dies to Savius without a speed buff. Yeah, she doesn't actually get to knock him down. So yeah, Nara's pretty bad for that. All right, so what am I to do? I don't think I've really got anything that deals well with the Savius. So what I might mix up is I might drop you. I might even try this. I don't know. Don't judge me for this. Let me just try this. Let me just try this. This is probably a bad idea. Let's see if Rook can... He dragged him in. I mean, it was reasonable, but not quite what we needed to get out of it. The one thing is that buff doesn't really work too well with Damon. It appears like the lifesteal doesn't appear to like... I don't know if it's because Damon's absorbing the health, like it doesn't count as damage. So let's drop you again. I guess we just go to the Brutus. Actually, we can probably put a Nasty back row, but let's just see how this goes. Okay, we did get the stun off. Dude, Savius is just a pain. I just want a Mishka. Like, Mishka's Wolves so good for dealing with Savius. Unless we go... Unless we say screw it. We put Damon back there. We bring Silas and Odin. And see if we can just heal through it. Maybe we drop Odin for Salaki in this one. Because the Salaki mitigation might help us survive. Yeah, I feel like we're really close to it. So if we drop you... and bring you, maybe we get there, but then we still have to deal with the goals on top, so we got extra damage coming in. So I don't know if it works. Can we get that shield up? Yes, solid. Okay, we stoned shotgun dude, which is fantastic, and I think we're gonna roll into a stun with him. Oh, we rolled into the charm, so that's perfect. Okay, that worked. The double support's getting us through, pretty solid. Yeah, but like I said, the mitigation, like Salaki feels like well, his mitigations were like a little bit worse than a Star. But he does have other stuff to his kit, but a Star has some pretty decent damage as well. That's the big thing about a Star. She has damage. Let's not even try and compare the two. Star's a beast. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That should be fine. It should be fine. Muriel could be an issue if we don't deal with her. Unfortunately, we charmed and feared her at the same time, which is less than optimal. If she gets an ult off, we're probably going to be boned here. So I might have to put Thescu in the middle so that we can try and chain that CC on her instead of the Savius. Unless we just manage to get a heal here. Come on here. Okay, we didn't get the passive heal. All right. Maybe we try it like this. Although we do lose out on stuns on the Savius, meaning he might just shred Damon, which could be an issue. Did get the passive shield. Now we're getting the second shield up. Okay, we did get the Petrify. She's gonna get it off anyway, and that's gonna kill us. The invincibility on Thescu could be clutch here for him to survive the ult. Oh, he charmed her. He charmed her. Perfect. Now she's gonna ult. Is she gonna? Oh, we got the. Oh, look at the Thescu. Look at the Thescu putting in serious work in this one. Even if we lose this, I'm proud of my boy Thescu. He's worked hard on this one. Dude, like even solid damage compared to that Damon. Anyway, that is where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I think we'll keep pushing through this and see how we go. You know, that is where we are in the account. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.